Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. Here it's Saturday. I don't know where the weeks go by. They go by so fast. So it's Saturday already, and I'm here with a project for you. Now, I know some of you that follow me regularly are in our Creativity Abounds Stamp Camp. So you may not be joining because we've kept you pretty busy in that. And if you don't know what the Creativity Abounds Stamp Camp is, we do a stamp camp 3 times a year. We're live for over 24 hours with demonstrations of bonus projects, as well as a make and take kit. The next one is going to be in October, so stay tuned for information about the next one. But anyway, I wanted to go live. I think I'm kind of between demonstrations in the stamp camp. And I'm going to share a card. Now, this is going to be a fairly easy card because if you know me, you know I like to use punches and dies and all sorts of things. There are no punches and no dies on this card. We're just going to create a sweet little card using the Just My Type stamp set. It's kind of fun to just bring out a stamp set and not do much muss and fuss. Hey, Betty, I'm surprised you're here, but I'm glad you are. I actually am going to do some coloring on or inking up my stamps using my Stampin' Right markers. When I first started with Stampin' Up, I didn't have all the colors of ink pads, and so but I did join a club where I got all of the Stampin' Right markers. We didn't have blends at the time, and so they're perfect for inking up your stamps. Now, I'm the first to admit that they do work better on rubber stamps. At least I believe they work better on rubber stamps than they do on the photopolymer. But you can get them to work on photopolymer. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I'm going to use a really pretty color combination that I would have never thought of. But this is a color challenge that I'm in that is coming up. All right, after all that introduction, let me switch over to my desktop. Hey, Gian. No, I'm no wild wheat. It's wild wheat's my favorite in color. You learned that. So yeah, no wild wheat, this one. So let me switch over and I'll show you. So first of all, this is the Just My Type. Isn't this a cute, hey Felicia, cute stamp set with the typewriter? This hello is one single stamp. We're going to use that. And then you've got a couple of these. The thank you and the for you are separate stamps, but these could allow you to create paper on your in your typewriter. So just a fun stamp set. Now, check out this, not Melva, color combination, but it's really pretty. Coastal Cabana, Flirty Flamingo, and Parakeet Party. Going to be bright and cheery, but this is such a pretty color combination that I would have never thought of putting together. And I think oh, there we go, I unfroze. Okay, so let's get started. So I've pulled out a piece of Parakeet Party. Look at this. I grabbed a new bone folder. Ink and Paper Stampers is my team name. So anybody who joins my team gets a bone folder with their team name on it, but decided for our stamp camp that I would pull a new one out. Mine are pretty grungy. So Parakeet Party, 5.5 by 8.5 or 4 1/4 by 11. But I'm using the 5.5 by 8.5 and I've scored it at 4 1/4, just using my bone folder to give it a really good burnish. Okay, so we're going to do a landscape card. So I've got a piece of Coastal Cabana that I cut 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I've got a piece of Flirty Flamingo. Now, what size did I ended up cutting this one? I was playing around with sizing. Now I've lost my ruler. Where did my ruler go? All righty then. Okay, I have to figure this out. So it is 3 and that doesn't, oh yeah, 3 3/8. Maybe if I measure my white, it would be better because I could probably, the white is, so the white piece that's I'm gonna stamp on is 3 1/4 by 4.5. And then, yeah, the Bermuda Bay nail, kind of Bermuda Bay nail polish. So what did I say? 3 1/4 by 4.5 for the basic white. And then I just wanted a peekaboo. So I did it 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. You could do it more, but I just wanted a peekaboo of the Flirty Flamingo because I just thought that would be kind of enough Flirty Flamingo. Okay, now this is the stamp that is the hello. So that's going the right way. So it's a single stamp, and this is the one I thought I would use my markers on. So to do this, you use the brush end, and you do need, hey Crystal, you do need to use the Stampin' Right markers. You can't use the blends because they just, it's alcohol in the blends and it just dries too quickly, whereas these are water-based. So I'm going to do two Coastal Cabana, Flirty Flamingo, and then Parakeet Party. So I'm going to start with my Parakeet Party in the middle, because that way I'm not kind of taking it off. You do have to be somewhat quick, and these are not going to be perfect. I'm the first to admit that, because they do dry fairly quickly, especially seem to do on the photopolymer. So just use your brush end. I'm kind of flat, got it flat, just coloring the image. And once you've got that image, you take it and just kind of huff on it with your warm breath. And just kind of adds a little bit of moisture back. And then I'm going to take and stamp this right at the bottom. And I'll show you, I'm going to press really hard because I want to get as much ink off of it as possible. And like I said, it's not perfect, but it's still kind of fun. It's got that old kind of maybe a little bit of vintagey look to it. So then we're going to take and stamp kind of the rest of it. I've got my ink pad. I was going to try and stamp this with the paper, but I haven't got a lot of room left. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp, and I've changed my mind since I'm going to use Coastal Cabana. Who wouldn't love a typewriter in Coastal Cabana? So we'll ink this up. We'll just stamp it right here above. That. And it's even a little, it's line drawings, and so all of these line drawings have a little bit of, I don't know if it's whimsical or cartoony is probably the wrong word, but it actually looks like somebody's taken and drawn these, which is kind of cool. Okay, now let's just take, I think that's all I'm going to do on this one. So we'll adhere this. We'll keep it pretty simple. How's that for Melva? Melva card isn't always simple. All right, so I'll just glue this on. We'll embellish it in just a minute. So again, just a little peekaboo of the Flirty Flamingo. Somebody said on our stamp camp, so we all, and that's why I got a little tease about wild wheat. I love wild wheat. And somebody said a little bit of wild wheat goes a long way. Well, that's kind of my feeling with Flirty Flamingo. A little bit goes a long way. I'm not usually someone who uses bright colors, so this is a switch for me. It's kind of fun. And again, this wouldn't be a color combination that I probably would come up with. It's always fun to play along with some challenges because it kind of stretches you. Let's get this going the right way. And yeah. All right. Definitely a plain card, but that's okay for a change. Now I grabbed these. These are the ombre dots. I think they're called ombre decorative dots. And I thought maybe I would put, no, those are Calypso Coral. So these are Coastal Cabana. So they will go. And they're ombre, so you get 5 different shades, which is kind of fun. So you can mix and match the ombre. I'm not stamping a sentiment on because I've got I'm not stamping another sentiment on because I've already got the hello. They are definitely summertime colors. Okay, so let's figure out, since I've got some Tuxedo Black Memento, and there is this stamp in there that says, I hope your day is filled with sunshine and rainbows. So let's stamp that. And it actually looks like it's, I'm sure there's a font name for this. It's kind of typewriter font. And it didn't get that perfectly straight, but that's okay. Now, let's see. Since the front is pretty plain, let's use this rainbow and let's color it like we did with our markers. Let's see if I can do this. These won't be the right colors. Now, the first time you do this on the photopolymer stamp, I think it dries even quicker. When I tried it, I actually had to re-ink it. So I'm just going to, ink these up, and then I'm going to just stamp it on my grid paper, because it doesn't seem to ink up. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, let's try that. The hello, maybe it was because it was bigger. I don't know. All right, so it was this one and then this one. So this is a great technique if you want to color like I did a sentiment where it's got, you could do letters in different colors. This is a great way. Or words. If you wanted to color, have the words in a sentiment being different colors, this is the way to do it. Okay, so and let's just put that fun little rainbow. Oh, that's so cute. There we go. Hey, Patricia, welcome. I'm glad you joined us. You come in through YouTube, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and that way you'll get notified when I go live, which I now do Saturday, Sunday at, 11 a.m. on Saturday, Sunday at 12 noon. These are Pacific time. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm live at 2 o'clock Pacific. All right, isn't that fun? Look at that little rainbow, it's so cute. Yeah, Versamark actually will help too, Felicia. Roughing it up a little bit will work. I find just kind of stamping a few times will also get it kind of conditioned so that that it inks up a little better on a photopolymer. You don't have to worry about that with rubber stamps, but on photopolymer you do. There we go. Kind of a cute card, fun colors. Definitely not my typical colors, but definitely fun to play with. And there's the inside of the card with that colored rainbow. All right. Love it when they're kind of simple cards. No die cutting, no embossing, nothing. It's just kind of fun to do that. Yeah, thanks, Betty. If you feel like giving me a thumbs up or liking this video, I'd much appreciate it. If you've come in through my Facebook page, you can share this out on your Facebook page, and maybe some of your friends would like to see my videos. All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining me. Now I'll be live again tomorrow at 12 noon Pacific, so hope you'll join me then. Happy stamping. Bye.